Nigel, plenty to talk about over that 90 minutes. The game that had absolutely everything. What did you make of your side's performance, first of all?
I thought we were brilliant up to the sending off. I thought we were absolutely brilliant, controlled the game, had so many situations and chances in the first half. The only thing we got fortunate was in the whole game was the goal. But having created so much, sometimes you need that little bit of luck. And then from there on in, it should have been pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Looking at the chances you created in the first half, what was missing?
Somebody put the ball in the back of the net. Stephen Quinn, George Maris, Matty Longstaff, you name it. They all had situations, very, very good chances to put us 1-2 up at least. And then it's a different game in the second half. But having got the goal, then we should have got the 3 points from there.
Yeah, looked like you were doing everything right up until that final touch, that little bit of quality that was missed in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, when you're missing Oates and Murphy, that's bound to have an effect on things, especially when they're your two main goal threats.
You took the lead. Steve McLaughlin took his goal well, didn't it? Took a deflection. It needed something to break the deadlock in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, we could have got that in the first half. You just need a little bit of a break in the penalty area. We eventually got it as a reward for our good play and our positive play. I think to come to somewhere like this and take the game to them and control it as we did for the vast majority of it speaks volumes of where we are as a team at the moment. What, 12 unbeaten now? We've reached the 50-point mark, but it should be an extra 2 today.
Yeah. I think it makes it 13 unbeaten now, and a very tough place to go, of course. But the drama doesn't end there. It started with the incident involving John Joe O'Toole and Ollie Hawkins, both of which are going to be missing now for the next couple of games. What was your view of the incident?
Well, I'm a long way away for a start. First of all, I can't believe that Ollie Hawkins, with the experience, would even want to get involved on the far side. All he has to do is it's their throw-in, sprint back into your position and deal with the throw-in. But sometimes these players, things go through their heads. You'll have to explain or try, because I can't fathom it. He's on 9 bookings. The crowd are quiet. The game's dead. We're winning 1-0 and in complete control. So he wants to sort of try and rile the crowd and get himself involved in something he shouldn't. Got himself a yellow card, so he's now missing for 2 games. And then his partner in crime alongside him decides to join in and get himself a red. For 2 30-odd-plus-year-old players to do that is quite incredible, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprised everybody, I think, probably you the most as well, the fact that 2 professionals like Ollie Hawkins and John Joe O'Toole, considering the situation you're in as well, a goal up away from home, probably shouldn't have done that.
That's an understatement. I think sometimes if we're in the bad run that we're having and we've got the red cards and everyone's frustrated and everything, and a couple of things perfectly understandable, when you're playing as well as we are at the moment and we're in complete control of the game, there's no excuse. But I didn't feel there was any excuse for some of the decisions today from the referee.
Yeah, and one of those decisions, the penalty that ultimately Newport converted. What was your view on that one?
Oh, it's incredible. How we see them all now with these handballs and everything. The ball's ricocheted up, hit him on the arm. Absolutely nothing anybody can do without it. We were very, very keen to give it very, very quickly.
Yeah. Well, it looked like Ollie Hawkins couldn't really do, like you say, a great deal about it. He just got in the way. It sort of deflected up onto his arm, didn't it? But most of the time, you don't really see those given.
You'd never see them given these days. So on the back of the sending off and the booking and everything that was going on, it was just another hammer blow. But there was nothing for the referee to do. There was a couple of yellow cards he could have given out. One for a late challenge on Stephen Quinn, and then one for a late challenge on Ryan Stirk when the lad had his foot up. But they weren't deemed yellow cards, but obviously ours were, and the penalty was given as a penalty. The only thing that surprised me was I thought he would send Ollie Hawkins off.
Yeah. And as well, the incident that you referred to there, I don't recall seeing a Newport player getting booked in that incident either, following obviously Ollie Hawkins getting booked and John Joe O'Toole getting sent off.
No, there wasn't one booked. So we're going to have a very, very good look at the footage and see what its appeal, find out, first of all, what he was sent off for. But I thought we'd have hung on even with 10 men. And probably won the game 1-0 without the penalty being given. So I think all in all, it's been an incredibly poor performance by the referee today.
Yeah, and going back to your side's performance, ultimately you had to grind out a point in the end. You're under the cosh, understandably, being a man disadvantage. What would you make of your side's performance in the last couple of minutes, having to defend for their lives and really value that point?
Brilliant. We threw bodies in the way. We protected Nathan Bishop. He had 1 or 2 saves. That was all. I don't know how long we played. He put 7 minutes up. I think he played 8, probably more. But we defended resolutely. But I thought our performance up to the red card and then up to the penalty was outstanding. I thought some of our play and the passing and the creation of chances was excellent.
Yeah. And a couple of key players missing today. You mentioned Rhys Oates and Jamie Murphy. Didn't travel today. What's the reason behind that?
Both injured. Rhys Oates felt his thigh last week at Bristol Rovers, which came off with. Hopefully he'll be okay for Bradford. Jamie Murphy, hamstring. Just felt it tighten up during the week in training. So certainly with the journey down here, no risk for him. But very pleased with how we played sort of Matty Longstaff and George Maris in a bit more of a forward role. Caused lots of problems for them all throughout the game. So very pleased with how the system worked today.
Yeah, so it looked like it as well with, like you say, George Maris, Matty Longstaff and Lucas Akins as well, holding the ball up and inviting the runners on too. That was, well, very effective.
I thought he was outstanding today, winning his stuff in the corner flags right down here in the last few minutes, whatever, winning in corners and things, absolutely outstanding. And don't forget, in the 97th minute we should have scored. Elliot Hewitt just squares it for Lucas Akins. I think we nick a winner. He said he didn't see him, which fatigue and all that sort of thing, but he still should see him and we still should have a chance. I thought Lucas was the sort of ahead of it today and did absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Ultimately then, Nigel, a point on the road, a very tough place to come on the face of it over the 90 minutes. Are you happy with the point considering all that happened in that game?
No, not in the slightest, no. A lot of it unfortunately was out of our hands with the decisions, but not to play that well away from home against a promotion contender and not get the 3 points is certainly too dropped. But our supporters hope they enjoyed the way we played, and they'll be feeling a little bit of injustice, I think, at the result today. But we'll keep doing that and hopefully we'll get some better decisions next week. We haven't had that sort of thing happen for a few. This was going back to earlier season when we had the bad run and every single decision was given against us. Seems to be we're back to that now.
Appreciate your time, Nigel. Safe tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you.